He washed ashore alone. He dragged his heavy body off the wet sand and looked at the empty horizon. Everything familiar felt suddenly cut off. Not long after, he noticed something near the beach. A rough wooden sign on a stone mound. It said, "Die." The word put him off balance, setting off alarm bells in his head. But he shook it off and scurried off. At first, he stayed on edge, ready to fend off wild animals. But the danger never came. Instead, the island offered more than he expected. Everywhere, ripe fruit hung low, ready to drop off the branches. As the days passed, that sense of danger began to wear off. He ate whenever he chose to. No searching, no hunting, no planning. To top it off, a cool shower of rain fell around 2 p.m. every day. And it immediately washed off the sweat and stickiness. One afternoon, he wandered farther than usual. The path led him to a spot completely off his radar. He came upon a comfort he'd long written off. He pulled one bottle off the stack. The label was peeled off, but the glass was intact. He took a breath and twisted the cap off. It hadn't gone off. It was still good. Most days were simple. Picking ripe mangoes and bananas off the branches, fishing off the rocks, swimming off the shore to cool off. But whenever the outside world crept back in, it wasn't easy to get it off his mind. Days blurred into months. He had small intentions to signal for help, but they didn't last as long as the bottles and cans did. The idea of spelling out SOS in stones crossed his mind, but he kept putting it off. He made a signal flag, but eventually called off the plan to set it up. He dragged a log toward the shore, telling himself he could pull off and escape. But after just one log, he slowed down and took his eyes off the task and switched off. Then one morning, something on the horizon appeared. He saw a ship, far off, but closer than any he had seen before. He took off down the beach. He prayed for the ship to veer off course and head his way.
Help me! I'm stranded!
But all the crew saw was a well-fed man.
I wish I was also on vacation there. He seems well off.
They simply waved him off,
Wait! Come back!
and his voice just trailed off into the wind. On the way back, lost in thought, he wandered off the path and found himself at the stone pile. Just then, a strong gust blew in off the ocean. The wind snapped the rotting marker off. As clumps of dirt came off, it read, "Diet." If tomorrow didn't bring another chance, rescue could still be a long way off. He washed ashore alone. He dragged his heavy body off the wet sand and looked at the empty horizon. Everything familiar felt suddenly cut off. Not long after, he noticed something near the beach. A rough wooden sign on a stone mound. It said, "Die." The word put him off balance, setting off alarm bells in his head. But he shook it off and scurried off. At first, he stayed on edge, ready to fend off wild animals. But the danger never came. Instead, the island offered more than he expected. Everywhere, ripe fruit hung low, ready to drop off the branches. As the days passed, that sense of danger began to wear off. He ate whenever he chose to. No searching, no hunting, no planning. To top it off, a cool shower of rain fell around 2 p.m. every day. And it immediately washed off the sweat and stickiness. One afternoon, he wandered farther than usual. The path led him to a spot completely off his radar. He came upon a comfort he'd long written off. He pulled one bottle off the stack. The label was peeled off, but the glass was intact. He took a breath and twisted the cap off. It hadn't gone off. It was still good. Most days were simple. Picking ripe mangoes and bananas off the branches, fishing off the rocks, swimming off the shore to cool off. But whenever the outside world crept back in, it wasn't easy to get it off his mind. Days blurred into months. He had small intentions to signal for help, but they didn't last as long as the bottles and cans did. The idea of spelling out SOS in stones crossed his mind, but he kept putting it off. He made a signal flag, but eventually called off the plan to set it up. He dragged a log toward the shore, telling himself he could pull off and escape. But after just one log, he slowed down and took his eyes off the task and switched off. Then one morning, something on the horizon appeared. He saw a ship, far off, but closer than any he had seen before. He took off down the beach. He prayed for the ship to veer off course and head his way.
Help me! I'm stranded!
But all the crew saw was a well-fed man.
I wish I was also on vacation there. He seems well off.
They simply waved him off,
Wait! Come back!
and his voice just trailed off into the wind. On the way back, lost in thought, he wandered off the path and found himself at the stone pile. Just then, a strong gust blew in off the ocean. The wind snapped the rotting marker off. As clumps of dirt came off, it read, "Diet." If tomorrow didn't bring another chance, rescue could still be a long way off.